Ozzy Osbourne. Good evening, Ozzy.
What?
Good evening, Ozzy.
Hello there.
How are you?
Fine.
Imagine spending 60 years doing what you love the most and calling it a career. All the while going from the sort of self-indulgence that only a rock star can truly understand to the recognition of millions upon millions of people. And into a loving wife and a beautiful family. And then, as the past is catching up, you throw one last tour, and before you go, you raise over $190 million for charity. Now that's metal. John Michael Osbourne, Ozzy, has passed away at 76 years old on July 22, 2025. Along the way, one glance at the Prince of Darkness was all it took for countless Barbaras and Gertrudes to bless and nearly piss themselves, as if Satan had materialized in front of them. Some old farts were never the same, but most importantly, neither was music. As for Fallout New Vegas, it's an extremely flexible role-playing game that's quite dear to me. And so, there's 1,000 ways one could approach it. This is just my own, and you are more than welcome to tell me how you would have done it. Without further ado, let's get into it. Weapons and armor must be something that I've seen Ozzy in a picture with, or that fit the Prince of Darkness persona. No PR handlers, no one telling me that I cannot shotgun a Nuka-Cola spiced with Medex and Turbo, just you, me, the deserts, and enough cams to make Aleister Crowley blush. And Rockstar's gonna rock and roll, so I say we go for one last tour with plenty of self-indulgence to go along with it. Let's pray the Deathclaws don't mind the little backstage parties, and so it's high time we turn the Mojave into our own private Ozfest. Rest in peace, sweet prince, today's darkness is on me. Can you beat Fallout New Vegas as the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne? A tickle to the brain and the weird dream later in the career now believes to be Ozzy.
Can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
The stats I'm gonna go with are 9 in endurance, charisma, and luck, 4 strength, and 3 in perception, intelligence, and agility. And whilst I did 1 up strength for melee and luck for crits at the cost of intelligence, I think this fits quite well. The target skills are guns, speech, and unarmed, since he owned guns, sang, and trashed hotel rooms. As for the traits, I'm gonna go with Logan's Loophole and Wild Wasteland for the extra spice, and today we'll be playing on hardcore. Now, I know this is the Prince of Darkness, but this ain't Brutal Legend. When I said we're going for another tour, I meant it. We'll need shows, roadies, band members or groupies, and even to set up shop, cause why not? And for that, I found a couple mods to help me. They'll be linked in the description. To start, and as I'm looting everything I deem worthy in Doc Mitchell's house, I'm pleased to see the first mod's chest, Beat Guitars. There are a lot of variants, but Ozzy had an iconic Gibson. And as luck would have it, there's one right here that's exactly like it. In terms of weapons, I found an interview where he talked about air rifles, and I seen some pictures of him with a shotgun he owned. Those opened the door to BB guns and shotguns, and well, hotel thrashing opens the path to melee weapons, specifically the blunt ones. As for the attire, there's nothing that really fits, so I'll just be focusing on sunglasses / any glasses really, and I'll try to find a black shirt, I guess. But I did find a little something in the game's code that will actually allow us to go into full fashion souls later. You'll see. As we step outside, we've got a new prompt. There's a vacant guitar store in Freeside with no owner. We should look into it. Then I made sure to make the rounds and get me enough food, booze, whatever cams were laying around, ammo, every single magazine, you know the drill. I also got the BB gun, the sneak skill book, a couple star caps, and found the stealth boy in Victor's shack. Chat, he bought most of the things I don't need, sold me a shovel, and in the saloon we go on to meet Sunny Smiles. The locksmith magazine she gives me isn't gonna be enough for us to open the schoolhouse's safe for another stealth boy, unfortunately. So I just made quick work of the mantises, grabbed the last remaining magazines and bobby pins Good Springs had to offer me, and Sunny simply doesn't let me use my Gibson to get the tutorial going, so I did things her way and then decided to help the town a bit. They are the reason I'm still standing, so let's give back to the community. Rescuing the settler from geckos earns me 3 bottles of purified water. which I'll very much need. Not because of hardcore mode, mind you. I mean, that too, it's just both the cams and the booze will really dehydrate you. We become accepted by Good Springs, and Sunny's got another task to teach us how to survive in the desert. It will always be funny to me that the Xanderroot near the schoolhouse and the rock flower near the cemetery only spawn in during or after the tutorial. I also got the snow globe and the first clue Benny left behind. Crafted 9 gecko steaks for the journey and showed Sunny that the Prince of Darkness can indeed craft some healing powder. She has one last request, and that's simply for us to introduce ourselves to Trudy. And it seems that Joe Mama's done being nice.
I'm done being nice.
Joe Cobb's threatening the town that helped me when I needed the most, so me, being a grateful bastard, give him a little tap. And ooh, he's doing the leg thing as he kisses the floor. That's so cute. Anyways, that gets me to level 2. I improve melee and go for the Lady Killer perk. Trudy isn't sure whether my actions did more bad than good, so to put her worries to rest, I've decided to help Ringo. In her inventory, I found the third and last mod I installed: playable guitars. Both the acoustic and the electric one cost but a cup, but we'll leave the first out of 9 shows I've got planned for after we're done with Good Springs. First, we'll have lunch. 5 beers, an apple to keep the doctors away, and 5 moonshine, 5 scotch, 6 vodka, 4 whiskey, 8 wine, and 6 purified water to go along with it.
I shouldn't be drinking alcohol, period.
We're flying high again. In the gas station, I tell Ringo we are here to help. He gives me a deck of Planet Caravan cards and asks me to talk with Sunny on his behalf.
Say no more. I'm in.
As she puts it, even with Cobb out of the picture, the powder gangers seem to have their eyes set on Good Springs. So, we are tasked with creating a little militia so Good Springs can stand up for itself. Easy Pete does not trust Ozzy with dynamite, which, fair enough. I don't think I would either. Trudy was easy to convince, she'll round some settlers for us. Chet will supply everyone with leather armor, and Doc Mitchell trusted me a handful of stimpaks in case things go south. Back to Ringo, we are set, and it seems that so are the powder gangers. It's a raid.
Powder gangers are here to play.
Rock and roll! Sharon!
The guitar obliterates them. Man, this is such a fun weapon, and hey, we're idolized now. Nice. Ringo throws 100 caps my way and invites us to visit the Crimson Caravan later. I then spend the night in the BB gun house, the only one whose bed isn't marked, even though it's the one Easy Pete uses. And who shows up? Malcolm Holmes. Outright saying that he's been stalking us because of the star caps. Nah, man. I don't need me no Stan, and it's time to put on a show. Now, the way the mod works isn't by using the original songs, but since covers are also copyrighted, yeah, I'm not risking it. Instead, I want to choose one song every time we go over this gag and dedicate it to the portion of the game I'm in. Or, you know, just fit whatever I want in there. Some will be from Ozzy's tenure in Black Sabbath, others from his solo career. And for Good Springs, and for the concept of this run, I'm going with Mama, I'm coming home. Times have changed and times are strange. Here I come, but I ain't the same. This marks the end of the beginning, and so we go on the road to nowhere. In Gene, a powder ganger comes after Mr. Darkness. Bad move, my man. I took his turbo, got to level 3, kept improving melee, and went after his buddy so they wouldn't repeat his feat. I also got the supplies from the truck that was guarded by a coyote pup. I don't know where the mama ran off to, but she's not gonna be happy when she comes back. In Sloan, Chomps warns us about the Deathclaws up north, and I know how to pick my battles. Matter of fact, I just wanted 2 skill books Sloan's got laying around, and here's Snuffles, she's a cutie! Though one that's gonna keep on limping. I don't have enough medicine even with an issue of Today's Physician. Oh well, I also got me a couple steamies, sold some items to Yaz Wilkins, chugged like a megalomaniac, and made my way back south through more powder gangers and into Prim.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
No, it isn't. It's a perfectly fine venue that just needs a little love. Then I had the greatest idea ever. I'll just use the BB gun to detonate the frag mines. Ozzy wouldn't have been able to disarm them. Genius, right? Well, it didn't work. Though I did manage to kickflip one of them. Anyways, I was hellbent on not disarming them, so I just threw a couple pulse grenades and that did it just fine. After showing a couple escaped convicts how to play Crazy Train's intro, I visited the Vicky and Vance casino. Johnson Nash, the man who gave us the job to deliver the platinum chip to Mr. House, tells us that Deputy Beagle might know a thing or two about the man that shot us. As for the casino's bar, it's drier than a hot Latina first hearing about D&D. Then I see Courier 4, the poor bastard Daniel Wyand, who fell to the escaped convicts. And in the Mojave Express, I get me some of Ruby's casserole amidst other foods and drinks. In the Bison Steve Hotel, these guys don't put much of a fight, but they are pretty weak. We cannot truly judge the guitar yet. Oh, and it was quite pleasant to figure out that some random enemies can be wearing guitars too. After that was dealt with, and after getting some more supplies, we free the deputy.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
Through a speech check, Beagle tells me that he saw the man we're after. He heard Benny and the cons talking about going to Novak through Nipton. This gets me to level 4, I put the points into melee and took the cannibal perk. I won't use it though, it just fit the Prince of Darkness's list of myths. And it was slim pickings. Now, I can't really put on a show without Prim getting a new sheriff. Who's gonna pay me? And the powder gangers hate me, so Myers is out of the question. I am not going to conform to NCR norms, rules and regulations, so that leaves us with Prim Slim. A Protectron that is Fallout 4 I bought levels of useless, but that ain't my problem. To reprogram him though, I'll need some more conductors and fission batteries, and luckily for me, I know exactly where to find them. Sloan's Machine Shop. Back to Prim Slim, machine goes brrrr, and so on top of the car I get to dedicate another song to the run. No more tears, it's just a sign of the times, going forward in reverse. In one of Prim's houses I got me a baseball bat, and in Jackrabbit Springs I got the free stealth boy. Seems that the centaurs were asleep, at least I didn't see a single one, and near Nipton, Thomas overpowers Jacqueline, who was trying to steal his star caps, and who won the lottery?
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did!
In town, I make sure to stock up and have another party by my lonesome. And as I do, it's become apparent that pretty much the entire town has been slaughtered by the Legion. Dealers, hookers, and blackjack are nowhere to be seen, thanks to a furry in a skirt. Vulpes wanted me to spread the word. I want to beat the ever-living shit out of him for ruining a perfectly fine town for this run standards. By the way, you know where the name Black Sabbath came from? It's from a low-budget horror movie by the same name that goes over 3 different stories. The first is about a girl and her vengeful former pimp. The second's about a 19th century family terrorized by a vampire-like creature. And the third's about a nurse that steals a ring from a dead body only to be haunted by its former owner. My little joke got me vilified by the Legion, I got to level 5 and kept improving melee. And then I got Chopper, and another skill book. In Searchlight, Aster warns us that the entire town is now cosplaying as a microwave. Great, another town ruined by the Legion. But over here, there's something that I want, as it would fit the run. So a couple ghouls and a couple geckos later, and we're now the proud owners of 3 holy frag grenades, ready to be corrupted by the Prince of Darkness as we see fit. Then, near Cottonwood Cove, we see Anders on a cross. Seems that I cannot help him unless I start Abba Dabba Honeymoon. Well, he sells cams, I like cams a lot, so we'll be back for him later. And since I'm here, I might as well just grab the Cove's map marker. Before continuing, I ask Doc Mitchell to heal my rods, and then I make a detour into Brockflower Cave. It's not exactly a bat cave, but there are no flying rodents in the Mojave. But thanks to the Wild Wasteland trait, we'll have plenty of rodents of unusual size to contend with. That gets me a rat salad, and most importantly, Rat Slayer. Which is not a BB gun or a shotgun, but it's an exception I wanted to make. Cause it's the closest name we got in-game to that bat-biting story. On the way to Novak, I reach level 6, that's even more points to melee, and I go for the Bloody Mess perk. And in town, there's actually a couple things I'd like to do, like saying hi to Victor, renting a motel room due to our touring lifestyle, stealing a rolling pin for no other reason than it being a silly blunt weapon that's only going to be wasting space in my inventory, and getting me plenty of toys so we can sell and gift them as merch later. Manny's holotape, so we know that Boulder City is next. Getting into Cliff Briscoe's special room where tons of more dinosaur and rocket toys. Oh wait, and most importantly, me getting reminded that the dinosaurs actually have weights. unlike the rockets. And we're not done, but as I'm waiting for nighttime, I cross the bridge and jog my way to Nelson. Right before reaching it, we see Ranger Milo's in a pickle. I pretend that I'm up for helping him, but instead, I just make my way to that sea, who's got a quest I need to do. You see, I think the Khans having a camlab is great. I also think that they look like the perfect clan to turn into my roadies, to become their chieftain, or at least Papa Khan's heir. Papa needs to acknowledge that we've done some extremely specific damage to the NCR, and that damage can only be done in Camp Forlorn Hope, through Dead Sea's quests. So, in the camp, we've got 4 targets, and through sneak crits, this is a breeze. Quartermaster Maze is by himself on a tent. Major Pulatley and Tech Sergeant Reyes both have Helen Keller levels of perception. And for Dr. Richards, we just need him to step out of his patient's sight. After the massacre, Dead Sea rewards us with the Liberator, his unique machete. That's bladed, so much like Chopper, I'll just be selling it. Back in Novak, I partner with Dr. Ada Strauss and go on to meet Nobark.
Who sent you? I ain't talking.
That's talking.
Confound it, Nobark, you done it again.
Anyways, he's got an amazing story to tell us. Things have been happening at the McBride Corral.
Work of the Chupacabra, the livestock vampire, says Nobark. But they don't pay no mind. Too many holes, they say, and there's bullets in them. Well, says Nobark, we got a Chupacabra with an automatic weapon. And that's when they get real quiet, because now they see the predicament we're in.
I love Nobark, man. But alas, for this quest, we just need to introduce ourselves to Dusty, offer to help out, and wait until it's nighttime. That's when we find out that Nobark's not that crazy. A Nightkin with a minigun was the culprit. With that done, Dusty, and I love this detail, tells us that we can help ourselves to anything in his freezer. It's got more steaks in it than they'd be able to eat in a year. He doesn't have a freezer, it's a fridge, and there's only 10 steaks. I'm now accepted in Novak, and I feel like doing some more good deeds, so not having enough lockpicking. I go to Jeannie Mae's house, steal the key to her safe, find a little bill of sale, and arrange Boone to give her a new haircut. That's what she gets for selling his pregnant wife to the Legion. Moving on, in Gibson's scrapyard, I am heartbroken to see that there isn't a single Gibson guitar. So I put Ray, Old Lady Gibson, and Raina down. For level 7, after rounding up melee to 75, I improved guns a bit. And made sure to grab Big Boomer, a unique shotgun. On the way I see Helios 1, which reminds me of yet another light that we can put under the Prince of Darkness's arsenal. So I convince Lieutenant Haggerty I'm on their side and go on to meet Fantastic.
They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics.
After testing a mine's effectiveness on purpose, obviously, I reset one of the mainframes. And for the second one that's guarded by a couple hounds, I'll have to go back to Ignacio.
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
Me shoulder. The low intelligence options New Vegas throws our way. He gives me the passwords, I do the thing, go on turret slaying, embarrass a Robobrain, deactivate a Mr. Gutsy the old way, and find the Poseidon Energy Employee ID card. With it, we can activate Python. He does some very much needed repairs, and I decide to activate Archimedes 2. By pulling a switch, I pretty much blinded everyone under the sun for a good week or two and will reap our benefits later. Oh, and even though this didn't harm a single NPC, Ignacio is running for me as if his life depended on it. I just wanted the XP, man. And eventually, I got it. Me send shiny juice from plant. And then a Legion assassin squad gets to me. All of this for Vulpes, despite me helping Dead Sea? You can't kill rock and roll. I'll remember this. And this is also where I discovered that the guitar's actually an option for more than just the early areas. I still had to use a couple stim packs, but I was able to hold my own against stronger enemies. Oh, and the assassins came with food and drinks. Hell, now I'm confused. These guys are pissed off or just sending me DoorDash. Then we meet the Lonesome Drifter. He's got a guitar, I got a guitar, we're buddies. Except, he doesn't know his dad, and through the Lady Killer perk, things can get a bit awkward for a second. Montana, you wouldn't happen to be 17, would you?
No, sir. I'm 28. Why?
Cause this courier, much like Ozzy, fucks. Courier 6 is not a virgin, and that's canon. Also, I love that the first option we get is thank God. It's a wicked world and there's no rest for the wicked. In Boulder City, I'm more interested in the Bighorn Saloon than in Private Kowalski. And since there's not a single bottle that can be stolen, with alcohol in it, I just bought everything he had in stock and then drank it. Plenty of water and sarsaparilla in between for the thirst too, since, hardcore and dehydration. Further up the road, it seems that Lieutenant Monroe's got a situation with the same great Khans we're after. They're in a bit of a stalemate. The Khans have been cornered, but they've got a couple NCR hostages, so we'll go in on their behalf.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Good Springs. You're supposed to be dead.
No one really dies as long as someone still remembers you. We learned that Benny committed the ultimate sin. Jessup gives me some memorabilia for my troubles. I get to level 8, where I improve my guns and take the Shotgun Surgeon perk. And through a speech skill check, I'm able to defuse the situation. The Khans will let the hostages go, if they are guaranteed that they can just leave. Outside, Monroe's gotten orders to take them down, but we can get him to do the right thing, and this gets me accepted by the Great Khans. As I'm going to the 188 trading post and notice a wandering merchant, an NCR ranger shows up to hand me a gesture of good faith, in the form of an NCR emergency radio. I then do my trading, and as I'm going on what was supposed to be a safe journey to Freeside, we got some more DoorDash. And this build isn't doing Big Boomer any favors. So, I pop up some turbo, go back on the guitar, make quick work of them, and eventually reach level 9. I put the points into speech, went past the gun runners, and made my way to the Crimson Caravan, where Ringo throws some more caps my way to show his appreciation for my help back in Good Springs. Next, Freeside, where I forgot how easy it is to bug Rotface. Either way, I got all of his tips, and then found Max, who, thanks to my lack of barter, sees me pay 1,000 caps for Euclid's Sea Finder.
You mean it? Wow. Thanks. I bet me and Stacy can get something real cool at Mick and Ralph's with that.
Yeah, I bet that too. Anyways, I couldn't pickpocket my money back, and re-entering Freeside after going over all of Rotface's tips, instead of exactly 11, well, he's not wearing Eulogy Jones hats. Not that it matters, cause what I want is the suit. And the only way to get it is through console commands. It also has no armor, so yeah, like I said, fashion souls. The thing is, it fits like a glove. Now that's some Prince of Darkness vibes, if you ignore the whole Eulogy Jones thing, that is. I then bought everything Dixon had to sell except the fixer and paid Mick 500 caps for a passport to enter the strip later. On the way, a thug thought he could mug me. Idiot. And then I helped the kid that really wanted giant rat for dinner. A little nap in the followers' forts and some more nutrition and hydration kept me in good health, and I finally found the guitar store. We'll call it Dark Side Blues. I've also no clue how it works, so let's find out. It seems that I can buy stock for X amount of caps, so I do. In fact, I spent every single penny I still had. Good thing that I don't need to pay the employee we can hire. Also, he's voiced.
Why, hello there.
That's pretty cool. I can use the terminal to open shop, and now we wait, I guess, so, to the Atomic Wrangler. The Garretts have a nice stage in there, so I decide to help them out. And as I'm going to see old Ben, I see a customer. I don't know why, but the shop was closed when I tried to go in, though the customer outside was okay with buying what I bought directly from me, so that's what I did. Then I noticed he wants everything that I have bought, and only what I have bought, and he pays double of what I did. Okay, let's not break the economy. We've gotten the guitar store. Not gonna get filthy rich through it on a challenge, and now we know. Now, the Garretts, or at least James, want me to find 3 very specific, service providers. Old Ben warns us about the Securitron cap check, but all we want is to convince him to create an in-person only toes.
I suppose I could be a loving muse to some, while simply relieve stress and tension in others.
You're welcome. Up next, someone really wanted a cowboy ghoul, and for some ungodly reason, there's one quite close. Beatrix takes the gig. And lastly, we're gonna need to find a sex bot. For that, I go to Mick, since he'll be programming the holotape we'll need. He gets it done in 24 hours. And on the way, the Kings want me to pay for water. 10 caps for chug, or Topper will shoot you on sight. You know what? Fine, I'll just buy the purified water instead. And in Cerulean Robotics, we'll find the last piece of this puzzle. Just gotta take care of a couple rats, find the key near a skeleton, get the terminal access card from the locker, and upload new routines onto a Protectron.
Vestal reporting for duty. Please assume the position.
No, I'm not gonna do that to Ozzy, and I like my metal how I like my farts. Loud. And here come Mod's muggers. They show me their rolling pins, I show them my guitar. As for James, well, it seems whoever wanted a cowboy ghoul's not gonna get everything that they wanted, and as for Fisto...
Hot damn! I've been looking for one of those for years.
Kinky bastard, and that gets me accepted by Freeside, and to level 10. I put the points into speech, got the Fight the Power perk, and made my way to the King's School of Impersonation. I told Pacer that I wanted to pay my respects to the King, and here I've got the other half of my plan. We're well on our way to get me some roadies, and well, we'll need some band members too. Not sure they can sing, but they can dance. Whatever, they can leave the music to me or pick up a cowbell or something. It's either this or nothing. And it would fit to join them, since they don't even know that they're basically groupies. I'll just try and turn them into my own later. Now, the King's got a couple things for us to do. The first one is to investigate Oris. He charges twice the amount of money to safely escort people from the other entrance of Freeside into the Strip. So, I hire him. And hey, one of the Kings gives me caps because I've got good reputation in Freeside. Anyways, I don't have enough intelligence or medicine to catch Oris's mistake. The King wasn't too pleased about it and just told me to try it again, this time out of my pocket. Well, when I did, Oris revealed that he's seen us go in and out of the King's HQ and that he doesn't want his little scam investigated. The people he shot before were faking it. And now both Oris and all of his buddies are coming at me. Oris goes down in one hit, and the only reason the others didn't is because Bethesda really loves block demons. Anytime you use melee against another melee user or unarmed, it's not fair, man. The King's second task has me go to the old Mormon fort to find out why some of the locals have been attacked, and by who.
We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. Might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something with a T. Tennant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
NCR, okay. Julie's a friend of the Major stationed here in Freeside, and she tips us off so we can go on to meet Elizabeth. In conversation, we don't find much about the attack, cause they shift focus to the messenger the NCR sent to the Kings regarding the distribution of food to the locals, except the envoy was brutally beaten. Then I go back and Pacer's being really sketchy about it. Oh, and the King had no clue. And Pacer went on to attack the NCR. And I'm tasked with defusing yet another situation. Pacer got his own man killed. I tell Elizabeth the whole truth. She gets it, and I go back to the King. For our service, he tells us that if there's something we want, as long as he can make it happen, we'll get it. For level 11, I keep improving speech, which, by the way, it's because Ozzy's a singer. I'm not gonna use it on Linneus later. And Ozzy liked dogs, I like dogs, and Rex a dog with a little issues. Fuck it, I'll help Rex as well. Oh, and if I ask the King to join, he doesn't let me. Not unless I go over the "that favor you owed me" route. He just told me, we ain't that close. Only to follow it with an "of course, pal." Same conversation, it's not like I went out and came back. Anyways, that's another stage unlocked, one that I'll come back to later. And Julie knows someone that might help our cybernetic good boy in Jacobstown.
She said, what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there.
Now, since we'll be going to the northwest bit of the map, we may as well go over the scary little green man and one of my favorite miscellaneous quests. Okay, fuck the big boomer. I know, this is me not having armor, and ain't like I'll be finding armor that truly fits Ozzy. So I'm just gonna go the Alien Slayer route for the first two, and when I try Big Boomer up close, that's not enough damage. Either way, I got me the Alien Blaster and made my way to Brooks Tumbleweed Ranch. Found another skill book, and most importantly, during the night, there's an extremely unique interaction.
You want to buy Windbramen?
A Nightkin wants to sell you the tumbleweed scattered around the ranch. There's some pretty funny dialogue, but as you can guess, it's a scam. And it's non-negotiable too.
They are very good Windbramen. All caps.
No. Then, in Jacobstown, Marcus points us to Dr. Henry, but I can't just go in without visiting Lily.
Jimmy, little
Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma.
She's batshit insane in a good way. Anyways, to Dr. Henry. He tells me that while he can help Rex, we're gonna need a dog's brain. He even mentions Old Lily Gibson, which we've visited. Good thing I've been carrying Ray's brain. Surely it's still as fresh as it would need to be for such a delicate surgery. Right? Right. That's it. That did it. Next stop, Field's shack between Freeside and Nellis, because over here Mr. Air Rifles can get a unique BB gun, Abilene. Though for Jimmy's well to appear, since I went with Wild Wasteland, I gotta talk to Rex. And aroo later, and there we have it. I didn't spend the last 4 minutes looking for it when all we needed was an aroo. No, I didn't. In the well, I took care of the mole rat, got the goods, and here comes George, the boomer that's not really part of the boomers. He wants to make a bet, and this time I've written it down. I am not gonna forget to come back for it. And by going through the left hill, our chances to survive the bombardment grow up exponentially. At the gate, the guard really wants me to meet Raquel, who really wants me to meet Pearl, who really wants to act surprised about not having a visitor in over 5 years. It's almost as if they've been bombarding everyone that so much tried to come close. In the hangar, both Loyal and Jax seem to have started a band. Loyal's into Van Halen and Jax... Hello Kitty? Really? I got Mr. Cuddles, gave every single crazy baby a toy rockets, and Lindsay got her teddy bear back. By the way, I absolutely forgot to go back to George.
Thank you so much.
In Freeside, now that I've helped Rex, we've got a couple shows to go over. My pick for the Atomic Wrangler is Crazy Train. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. 'Cause Fisto. And for the Kings, well, that can only be Bark at the Moon. 'Cause of the song Blue Moon. Those that the beast is looking for, listen in awe, and you'll hear him. Time to get into the strip. I present my passport to the Securitron, don't see the squatter cause he got turned into a puzzle right after I talked to old Ben. Victor wants me to go to the Lucky 38, but me, I'd rather go to Gamora. I bought some Blizzard for Oz, and in the courtyard we can arrange some technical ecstasy.
Consider it on the house, honey.
I get to level 12, put the points into speech, take on the terrifying presence perk, and we put on a show that Rex won't soon forget. Feeling well rested, I finished with my woman cause she couldn't help me with my mines. That's my pick for Gamora. Paranoid. Outside, as I'm ready to recycle every single bottle that I've bought, the game reminds me that dehydration is very, very dangerous. Permanently sometimes. Twice. I did fell for it twice, and it was in a row too. We just needed sarsaparillas and water in between, and before going into the tops, I made a quick visit to the Ultralux, said hi to Marjorie and to Mortimer, and I don't think that I can justify helping them. We are Ozzy Osbourne, not Hannibal Lecter. In the tops, I show Swank proof that Benny's been plotting something stupid against the person who gave them a little cozy casino, Mr. House. Swank likes this gig. He's not eager to go back to roaming the Mojave, so we're given a key to Benny's room and tasked with investigating it. Over there I find a whole Securitron that cannot say no, or stop ranting. I do like his plan though, it would allow us to do our own thing instead of being instrumental to someone else's plan.
Jeez, this is really bad. What are you gonna do?
Send him to his room, then call the cleaning crew.
What in the goddamn?
Benny was so kind at the beginning of the game, giving me a new apartment, plenty of dirt. I feel that I cannot but repay him with a similar gift. Flowers not included. So I tell him that my Jekyll doesn't hive, and oh, finally, Big Boomer showing its true nature. Outside, Alario shows up. It seems that Kaiser's heard about our gigs and would love to book us. I'll take it. But first, I'm gonna finish my original job and hand the platinum chip to Mr. House. We go over the unskippable Securitron demonstration. He gives me the chip back so I can use it in the Legion's fort, and I make a beeline for House's control room. His Securitrons are extremely slow. I get everyone's favorite cyborg mommy out of his pod, and I give him a little private show to the sounds of Iron Man. I mean, has he lost his mind? Can he see? Is he blind? Can he walk? Or if he moves at all, will he fall? No clue. I did give him an electric funeral. We're now the proud owners of a cocktail lounge, and in the Cove, I sip some fresh water and tell Lucullus to start rowing.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat.
It's finally time to meet Kaiser, who goes on about his lifelong dream of feeling the ground shake. And knowing what's to come, I got Sergeant Eddie. Motherfucker again? Why isn't Melody spawning? You know what? No, not twice in a row. Come here.
I can't talk to you. It's not allowed.
Yes, it is. There, have at it. The bed is a bit chewed up, though.
That's okay.
In the weather monitoring station, we get both the platinum chip and all our weapons back. We go into the Securitron bunker, and well, meleeing turrets is never a smart choice. Especially in hardcore, but whatever. That's what Stimpaks are for. I upgraded the Securitron army to its Mark II, and before leaving the station, I stashed a couple goodies in a desk. It's time to put up another show, and to the Legion I'd like to dedicate War Pigs. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave that role to the poor. And who's all happy and giggly?
I felt the ground shake a while ago.
This gets me to level 14, and accepted by the Legion, I rounded up an armed and guns to 50, put the extra point into medicine and took the fast metabolism perk. And then, Vats had a stroke, but nevertheless, it just worked. Gotta run. Outside, the first thing I do is to pop a stealth boy, and a super stimmy. I barely managed to get past the first gate. Well, without using more stimpaks, that is. And then, it took me 3 tries to get back to the cove. Not because of lack of stimpaks, but a guy with throwing spears was targeting my limbs as if he was a master of acupuncture. Back in the cove, Lucullus got a really bad migraine, and right, their entire settlement hates me now. Fortunately, by hiding behind the closest building, I only had to fight like 4 or 5 other dudes. And I gotta be honest, the alien blaster saved my ass from having to reload to a previous save. After putting down Canyon Runner, I was finally able to fast travel to Doc Mitchell so he could patch me up and so I could get me some more doctor bags. I then went to the 188 where I invited Veronica to tag along. A groupie with punching power. Hell yeah! And I'm not gonna let the Brotherhood put an explosive collar around Ozzy's neck. No way. On the way to Hidden Valley, we had some bark scorpions for lunch, and it seems Veronica is still hungry.
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
Over here, all that I need to do is to talk to Ramos, so that's all that I do, and then I dismissed her.
Nice! Can I order room service?
Sure. On the way to Red Rock Canyon, Driver Nafai's little gang of fiends got annihilated. I got me his unique golf club, their cams, and went straight to Diane. She wants me to rescue Anders. I need to be liked by the cons, so we'll do it. Oh, and I'll also be helping Jerry the Punk. Man's a bit of a poet, Ozzy's a songwriter, it's meant to be.
This one's a haiku. Rad scorpion bites. My foot in the box canyon. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, he wants to leave and go join the followers, and I kinda want him gone now too. I also got the turbo and medics the cons had laying around, and it seems that the followers do need a new assistant. As for Anders, I'm just gonna go past Searchlight Schools instead of going to war with the Cove again. I freed him, go back to the canyon, and Diane tells me that I can choose between a recipe of turbo or cops, and obviously...
Shut the fuck up! Now there's a good reason why you shouldn't take drugs now.
It's time. Time to let go. We gotta clean up.
Oh look, it's the conformist tool.
What? I'm helping you, douchebag. Jerry dipped, and in the longhouse, I stole Carl's journal. I then had to exhaust the dialogue of Papa Khan, Regis, and Carl a couple times, so I could progress, cause I didn't want to look up what I was missing. It was Carl's dialogue. Outside, Regis seems to be interested in breaking the allegiance with the Legion, or at least considering the NCR as possible allies. Despite Bitter Springs, where the NCR did a big oopsie, yeah, but where the cons got nothing short of what they were doing to others. Two things can be true at the same time. Anyways, I've got my own plan. I can now present Carl's journey to Papa Khan. He doesn't take kindly to read that Kaiser classified the cons as filthy savages. They kill Carl, and I go back to the Crimson Caravan, since Diane wanted me to deliver a suspicious package. I sold my cams to Blake. I'm pretty sure I'm just delivering more cams to Don Hostetler. Diane's happy, and I'm liked.
I understand you dealt the NCR a crushing defeat at Forlorn Hope. I hope that trend continues. That's why I've made a decision. I'm naming you my heir.
I'll take that key and damn, he's a heavy sleeper. And oh shit, he opened the door. They saw me do it. To them, I'm now a soft-hearted devil. I put the weapon away and they're cool with it. Wait, I gotta find Regis.
You're becoming quite the political agitator. I can't say I'm displeased. You're the chief now. What do we do?
Well, y'all are now my roadies and our bodyguards. And if anyone else throws in a haiku, just point them to the followers. They might need more assistance. With that done, I go back to the tops because there's still one last quest for me to do. Tommy Tarini needs entertainers. And that's a stage, so won't you ride my white horse? Mr. Crowley is symbolic, of course. Outside, I tell Yes Man to get his ass over to the Lucky 38 and tell Billy Knight about the Tops openings.
Yeah? Hey, you're all right. Tell him I'll do it for 100 a night. No, 50. No, 20. 10. Just don't rob me, I'll do it.
Dude, stop selling yourself short. As for the other 3 recruits, yeah, we just gotta talk to them. Bruce Isaac and Novak, who feared I was there on behalf of a Mr. Bishop. Then, another Legion ambush comes my way. At least I got the Lord Death perk. One by one, they all went down, and holy, look at my health. That got me to level 15, I put more points into making my Steam packs more useful, got the Lonesome Drifter a gig, and went to the Atomic Wrangler for the final act. Hadrian, another comedian, except Hadrian's under contract. It's super cheap to buy his contract, but it's even cheaper to just use speech on James. Tommy's happy, the strip accepts me. Yes Man makes himself at home in the Lucky 38, and well, you've seen the private shows I did for Mr. House and Kaiser, don't you think the NCR needs one? Can you think of a stage and maybe a character for that? 'Cause I can. On the way, I made sure to get the El Dorado substation map marker and in Hoover them. Despite the lack of audience, I rehearse. Show the world that love is still alive. You must be brave, or you children of today are children of the grave. Then, after talking with Ranger Grant, I put Kimball on a grave. I couldn't resist, I just had to use Euclid's Sea Finder. Let your light be corrupted by the Prince of Darkness, my solar panels. Also, yeah, Stealth Boy, Super Steam Packs. Get the fuck out, exactly in that order. Good thing I had doctor bags, and from under the bridge, I was able to fast travel back to the substation. Stealth Boy is still active, still, they see me, I go in, install the override chip that will direct power to the fort, came back out, and only one person is detecting me. I'll take it. Well, I'll take care of the poor soul that had good eyesight, and then dip. That got me to level 16, I put the points into medicine, took the toughness perk, bought steam packs from Julie, went back to Yes Man, and he tells me that the Legion's finally marching towards the dam.
Attack imminent!
I go for another Stealth Boy, let the cons fight the NCR as the Legion approaches, and just run. After being reminded that the way to do it is to run and heal, not just run, I got to the offices, where I thought I'd argue with the heavy troopers, but they were slightly mad. So, in another dumb move, instead of putting them down right then and there, I just ran to the console. I installed the other override chip, this time to grant Yes Man control of the dam, and then put them down. The power armor might look intimidating, but sometimes offense truly is the best defense. A joke gets me to the switch that'll power our upcoming Securitron army, the toasters keep the Legion busy, and I make it to the Legate's camp. The Praetorian guards are a lot easier to deal with when they're not being melee demons, seriously. You could have a unique super sledge and some guy will block you with his bare fists. It's kinda needed to be a tier system, but alas. Finally, we're about to be face to face with Lanius. So, I'm thinking, Euclid's Sea Finder to make me a killer of giants. As soon as it hits, I go back to the guitar and oh man, that barely did any damage.
What the fuck am I doing? I'm stuck on the weather channel.
It was perfectly aimed too. Seeing him get up, as his buddies are coming near to reinforce him, I grab the holy frags, jump, tried to get him and he ran past it. I did manage to get the melee hacker in game perk. He gets down to less than half his health, flees for a bit, and the Legion's coming at me one by one. And while these 2 Praetorians were being easy, I quick saved. And I did it just about when Lanius was coming back. This was a shit show. First, he's throwing a grenade that will stagger me in place unless I move to the sides. Not like a knockdown, just physics. video game physics. So, I gotta go sideways, and as he's going up the hill, I gift in another holy frag. This took a couple tries, but once I figured what he was about, it was just a matter of getting the grenade to hit, and we've done it. I mean, I still got some legionaries and General Lee Oliver, but 1, they're nothing compared to Lanús, and 2, I want to do a funny. The General does his grand entrance. He tries to teach you nearly every single swear word in the English language. The cigar is a lie, and he's getting thrown off the dam. And so, can you beat Fallout New Vegas as the Prince of Darkness? Ozzy Osbourne? Of course you can. As always, remember to check the playlists for more challenges and the channel for more videos. If you want to help me keeping making these, hit that join button, or comment, or hit like. Anyways, I'd like to give a big shout out to Steve Whittle and to John Walker for their support of the channel. And to you! So, thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, I hope I'll see you on the next one, and I hope you have a good one. Bye!
And I guess I'll see you around. We accomplished a lot together. It was fun. Take care.